And now for the Kanto gym leaders. So Brock and Missy are just standing right next to each other. Hello there. All right, it's time to fulfill our promise. Let's have a Pokemon battle. Back to the Kanto music. Felt like we just fought you not that long ago. So Golem has Sandstorm, Rock Slide, Rock Polish, and Earthquake. And it's not gonna be, like, hard to deal with because it is a rock type, so... Sweep it away. There we go, level 59. Rampardos, I'm gonna stick with this. Earthquake, Stone Edge, Avalanche, and Rock Polish. The Avalanche could be an issue, but... Ooh. All right. Well, here comes a full restore. Okay, well, I did less damage that time, but Stone Edge, I'm surprised, but I feel like Avalanche would have done a little bit more, but I guess not. Okay, well, I survived that, so that's good. There we go. Okay, Relicanth. I think I'll be fine. I know I'm really low, but this thing has Head Smash, Aqua Tail, Earthquake, and Rest. Which means one thing, Lumberry. Problem is that it is part water, so I might be better off just doing something other than Surf, because it just kind of makes it down to like normal levels of damage, so I probably want to just do something else. Let's just do a ton of damage. There we go. Omnistar. Yes, I am going to swap, actually. I'm going to swap over for... I think Jupiter will be able to handle it. So we're dealing with Ancient Power, Brind, Protect, and Sandstorm. So we're probably gonna be seeing Protects go off, but I think I might be fine with just a Thunderbolt. Okay, we're getting the Protects going off, just like I said. So we got the annoyance of it going first to do Protect, until I'm able to just go and do Thunderbolt. I like your attempt to switch it up a little bit, but it wasn't quite enough. There we go, Onyx. Okay, we're gonna swap over to Toofly. So for this Onyx, we have Stealth Rock, Rock Slide, Rock Polish, and Sandstorm, as well as a Citrus Berry, which is, you know, the usual annoyance, but if we take it out quick enough. There we go, it is down. And that should put Toofly at level 61. Okay, maybe not. We're not quite there yet, but I'm gonna keep you out because all I really need to do is get down that last one and get that level. It itches, it itches. I really don't need to know that, dude. Rock Slide, Aqua Jet, Endure, and Giga Drain. We get to see one of them go off. And honestly, you are rock and water, so you do kinda negate this a little bit, but I feel like it's still gonna do a decent chunk of damage anyway. So we'll just let it do its thing and bring you down to pretty much nothing. There we go. And there's that level 61. Looks like you're the stronger one. I've lost again. You aren't venturing around for nothing. Okay, Misty, you're next. So here you are. Don't make me wait. I kinda did. I heard a lot of good things about you since our last battle. Let me test how good you are. Alright, Misty, you're starting off with Starmie. Thunderbolt, Psychic, Ice Beam, and Surf, as well as a Culver Berry. So yeah, I don't really have the best moveset for this, but I could get off an easy, quick attack. Keyword is easy, quick attack. I know you're 10 levels higher than me, so just don't destroy me in one hit, please. That would be great. Awesome. Bye-bye. I'm fine with that. Okay. Jupiter it is. And the nice thing is, I can just go and do Thunderbolt because you go first. There we go. Okay, Quagsire. I am going to swap. Don't exactly know what for, but, You know what? I am just going to go for Misfortune. So, Quagsire has Water Pulse, Amnesia, Earthquake, and Rain Dance. I'm just gonna use a Dragon Rush. Yeah, let's avoid all your nonsense, please. That's fine. I hope you flinch again. Not that it matters since you don't get to go this turn. There we go, and you were just a little bit over the red, so I don't have to worry about another floor restore. Alrighty, what is next? Lapras. I think Jupiter might be okay. So Lapras has Surf, Perish Song, Blizzard, and Rain Dance. One of those things I don't want to get hit by. So let's see if I can get it out. You are a tanky Pokemon, so let's see if I can do a lot of damage to you. You are still alive. Okay. Oh, it's only Rain Dance. I mean, it's still not helpful, but we're going to be seeing a full restore next turn. Or not. All right. Okay. There we go. So what do we have next? Milotic. I actually did not expect you to use this one this early. Huh, I am going to actually swap over for Misfortune again. Okay, Milotic has Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, Rest and Sleep Talk. So yeah, there is the whole issue of the Ice Beam. Of course, there's the Ice Beam. All because I had a miss. Tank that, tank that, tank that. Yes. Okay, you are not tanking the next one, but at least I get to do the hit. So let's do the hit. Thank you. Okay, and it flinched. Awesome. Which means I miss. Ice Beam! No! Come on. Look at him giving me that. Okay. Well then. Excelente! Let's see if I can do a little bit of damage with Grass Knot. There we go. There we go. A Lantern. I think I should be okay as long as I don't get hit by the lightning attacks, of course. So, Confuse Ray, Thunderbolt, Surf, and Thunder Wave. So, Grass Knot it is. That's not super effective damage. And now I'm paralyzed, so that means I'm going to go second. There's the Confused Ray, which means I'm going to go second and potentially hurt myself. Can you stack on like a third one? Because that'd be really funny. Of course. Here we go. No, that's just damage. That's not stacking a third attack. You need to like make it rain again or something. That actually did not take me down. I'm kind of shocked. Really? Are you joking right now? Can you stop? What is with this luck? This luck is awful. At least I survived the attack, which I'm going to get hurt in my own confusion and not survive the attack because the game's not giving me anything, apparently. Okay. All right, then. Well, Turbo's not really going to be able to do too much, but I might... You know what? Buzzfane, I know you have 1 HP, but you are a speedy boy, so just get an attack off and get out of there. There we go. And since it probably was going to do something lightning related, unfortunately, I don't really have too many options. So Turbo, you're probably going to have to tank that hit. Yep, there's a Thunderbolt. Okay, now I was gonna do some water attack, so unfortunately I don't really have too much for that. So... Go to bed? Okay, that's unfortunate. Okay, well. All right then. Well, this is actually probably the hardest I've been hit so far, so Toofly. Toofly, just use a Hydro Cannon. Yeah, I know it's not gonna do too much, but it's still Hydro Cannon. Yeah, that's not that bad. Not that bad. This might be, though. Especially since I'm gonna get hit by 2 of them. There's the full restore. Never mind, I'm gonna get hit by 1 of them. Okay, with that in mind, you kind of gave me a little bit of an out there, so I'm okay with that. So let's not do that. I'm gonna do an Avalanche instead. Are you gonna get hit by a Thunder Wave? All right. Of course, game. Of course. Stop doing that. Just give me it. Stop doing that, please. Okay. Thank you. It's not a lot of damage, but it's still something. I'm not going to go first no matter what, so just get the attack off. Okay. Well then. Jupiter, I'm gonna have to send you out. All right, you don't exactly have the best kit for this, but I can still do something with Thunderbolt. Okay, let's get some of my health back. Then get hit with Thunder Wave. I'm really annoyed with that. Stop paralyzing me, please. Okay, Thunderbolt it is. Confused Ray, now I'm confused. All right, okay. All right, can I please just hit? Of course not, the game's not giving me anything for this battle. All right then. Let's see, status healers. What do I have? I have a 4 restore. That's not really too helpful. Honestly, I could buy these. I could buy these. I'm not too worried about it. A little overkill on Jupiter right now, but let's get rid of all that nonsense. There. Now I just need to hit you again. Hey. No, get. There we go. Thunderbolt. Okay, you are annoying. Get my health back. 1. Yay! Buzzfane's level 51. Nice. And Jupiter is level 64. Okay, Loadsel. I'm okay with that. I think I'll be fine. You're pretty good. You are doing the best out of anybody so far. You have Agility, Ice Fang, Waterfall, and Baton Pass. Baton Pass might have been a little bit more useful earlier, but this is still gonna hurt. Let's hope it doesn't. There we go. There we go. Wow, that lantern gave me a run for its money. Looks like this is it. Thank you for that money, and my mom's going to call me after that. Wow, you're getting stronger by the battle. Got it. Now it's time for Lieutenant Surge, who I really don't have a answer to, honestly. Hey, the promise we made. Let's battle again. Raichu. Raichu has Thunder Wave, Quick Attack, Thunderbolt, and Grass Knot. It's also really high level. So honestly, I'm just going to try to hit it with a Yawn, so I can put it to sleep so I can just take it out. I mean, I'm fine with that because now I'm just paralyzed and you're gonna go to bed next turn. So I'm just gonna hit you with anything I have, really, because you're probably going to maybe take me out depending on how much damage you do. Yeah, it was a crit. There's no chance. That's fine. Because now you're sleeping, which means I have the opportunity. The opportunity is going to be... I could two-flea it, but that'd be kind of dumb. Buzzfate could do some damage. Not a lot, but it could do some damage. So I'm thinking Aerial Ace, maybe, but Silver Wind would also be nice. So I'll just kind of weasel it down a little bit while I have the opportunity. Okay. Good, good, good. Nice. Let's have that happen again, please. That'd be cool. Nope, it woke up and there's a Thunder Wave. Means I am paralyzed. It's in the yellow, but I still might be able to go first anyway because I am getting speedier and speedier. So maybe. Nope, it did the Thunderbolt. There I go down. Ooh. All right. Thank you, Buzzfane. Really big type disadvantage on that one, but it worked out. Manectric, which... I'm gonna keep you out and see if I can at least get a hit in. So we got Thunder Wave, Natural Gift, Discharge, and Overheat, as well as Panap Berry. Yeah, that's what I figured. All right, that's fine. At least I gave it a shot. There's not too much I could do against you because, unfortunately, I do not have electric types covered. Like, at all. And ground type TMs are rather really slim, honestly. I haven't really seen any. Why do you have overheat? That's, I know I just said you do, but it's still weird to me that you have overheat. All right, well, that's still Thunderbolt, massive damage, not very effective. That's not very effective damage, mind you. That's not a crit. All right, Thunderbolt again. Ow. There we go. Electivire. I'm gonna stick with this for now. So, for this one, we have Thunderbolt, Cross Chop, Ice Punch, and Earthquake, and a Citrus Berry. So, I am probably just gonna stick with doing Thunderbolt, because I'm gonna get destroyed by Earthquake. Well, not really too much I can do there. And I didn't get fully destroyed, but at least I can not do any damage, apparently. Okay, Signal Beam. Ice Punch, okay. That's fine. Okay, so now what I should do, I don't have too many choices, so Misfortune, go. Dragon Rush it is. Ice Punch. I should have expected that, honestly. Okay, that hurt. Dragon Rush it is. All right, that worked. Electrode. Okay, I am going to just stick with what I got because it's working slightly. Thunder Wave, Double Team, Thunderbolt, and Explosion. Can you expect which one I'm going to be seeing? That. Because somehow you are faster than me. But not enough, apparently. It's actually really surprising that you didn't take me out. There we go. Magnezone. Well, we can tempt fate again. So Magnezone has Thunderbolts, Double Team, Magnet Rise, and Mirror Shot. I'm just gonna do Dragon Rush and kind of hope for the best. That's a crit, not very effective though, and it flinched, so that gets me another hit. And that should put me at level 60 with Misfortune. There we go. Pachirisu. No, I'm okay. I have seen the terrors of this thing, but this thing is level 58. Not over yet, it's just beginning. Yeah, that thing is scary. Quick Attack, Super Fang, Discharge, and Sweet Kiss. I'm gonna do Dragon Rush and get destroyed by Discharge. That works. Okay, I am almost out of Pokemon here. I am going to go for Toofly and see if I can just out-power it, because there's not really too much I can do. So, Hydro Cannon it is. Or I can do Discharge. Ow. Yeah, that wasn't that bad. That is. And... are we good on this one? Wow, that thing survived. Oh, last one, never give up. Okay, great. So I might, very much might be able to do this, but paralysis and hurting myself in confusion. Okay, good. We did it. Okay. My electric trick. Yeah, that hurt. Oh no, you are very strong. But I will repay my debt Sunday. All right, Erica, now it's your turn. How are you? It's good to see you again. This place doesn't really suit me, but let's ignore that in battle. Well, there's no grass here, so hopefully that will make things easier on me. All right, Erica, you are starting with a Shift Tree. Leaf Storm, Sucker Punch, Explosion, and Sunny Day. I think I might want to just do Overheat so I can just knock you out in one blow, if possible. See if this works. Okay, there we go. Get a little bit extra. Tangrowth. You know what? Yes, I am going to swap because I just lost a lot of stuff. I'm going to go for Buzzfink. So Tangrowth has Sword Stance, Power Whip, Rock Slide, and Earthquake. It's also level 60, which could be a little bit of a problem, but I might be able to do some damage to it, especially since I go faster. That worked. There's the Rock Slide, so this is going to hurt. You're 9 levels higher. Don't destroy me. You destroyed me. Okay. Well then. Well then. We're gonna go for... I think Excelente should be able to finish this one off. Okay, so let's just do a little bit of Fly. Get out of there so I don't get hit immediately. But it looks like I can just go first anyway, so I'm not really too worried about it. Really now? Okay, that's annoying because now you are going to use the full restore after you hit me. But knowing that, no wait, I can't swap. Because if I swap, you're just going to full restore. So I'm gonna do Fly anyway because you're full restoring. There's the slow health gauge going up because you have a lot of health. You're a beefy one. There we go, let's get a crit. That's not a crit. There's Rock Slide. I was not able to tank that a second time, unfortunately. Okay then. Well, so I could swap back over the turbo, but I think Jupiter could do a little bit. Just get a nice signal beam. Should do a decent chunk of damage here. There we go. Okay, next we're going to Victory Bell. I'm gonna swap back over to Turbo for this. We have Natural Gift, Sludge Bomb, Leaf Storm, and Leaf Blade, and a Kelpsie Berry. So we're gonna go with Lava Plume. That did a lot of damage for a leaf attack. But special attack partially fell, which basically means that I could just send out anything now and just do a ton of damage. But you are probably just going to not hit me again immediately. Okay, that works. Well, we can get that going on. All right, while your special attack is really low, you're still doing a ton of damage, but you are paralyzed now, so that's good. All right. I'm okay with that because now I'm gonna fix some problems here. Revive it is. And use that on Turbo, bring Turbo back. good. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna use that little bit of an extra help to get Turbo back up to snuff. Also good. Nice. So we're just going to use another Thunderbolt. I know it was not very effective, but it still did a lot of damage. All right, let's get a lot of decent health back, and then they're probably gonna full restore this, so... Yeah, I might as well just get this extra hit in. Or not, okay. I expected it just didn't happen. Okay, Blossom. Now we're gonna swap back over to Turbo. Because Turbo should be able to handle this one. Blossom has Sunny Day, Solar Beam, Giga Drain, and Attract. The Attract is probably the most uh-oh one, but I think I should be okay. Okay. Oh, okay. That works. That works. The sunlight's strong and you get burned and... There we go. That's a level for Turbo. Okay, Roserade. We're gonna actually stick with what I got. Weather Ball, Energy Ball, Sludge Bomb, and Stun Spore. So this could be a problem, but Lava Plume it is. Why is everything doing so much damage? There we go. That's what I like to see. Alrighty. Jump Bluff. No, I think I'm fine. Don't go easy on me. Give me everything you got. Okay, overheat then. You. All right, U-turn, Memento, Sleep Powder, and Giga Drain as you just saw, which is annoying because now I'm sleeping. Well, you know what that means. I'm just going to kind of just do a full restore. I can literally buy these things. I'm not really too worried about it. There we go. And all the money I'm getting from these battles alone, I'll probably be able to buy a ton of them. I mean, that's nice, but I haven't done damage to you yet. So it's something. All right. Overheat this time it is. At least you didn't put me to sleep again, because that's my strategy. You're not going to do it against me. There we go. Definitely went down. Looks like I underestimated you. You have grown even stronger. Now it's time for Janine. Hello there. I can't use my ninja technique, but I won't let you win. Well, we'll find out. You have a bunch of poison types, so we'll see how that goes. Crobat has Heat Wave, Cross Poison, Confused Ray, and U-turn. I'm expecting Confused Ray out the wazoo, so let's hope I can go first. Nope, I don't go first and use Cross Poison. Okay, that's unexpected. That was a crit. That hurt. At least I know it's a crit, so a normal attack wouldn't do as much. Now I need a heal. At least that's like in range for it to like, you know, not use like a full restore, so I'm okay with that. There we go. That takes you down. Is that enough for level 54? Yes, it is. All right, Wheezing. I think I'll be fine, maybe? It does have Thunderbolt, which is an issue. Sludge Bomb, Toxic, and Explosion. I'm expecting Explosion, so we'll see how this goes. Okay. Sludge Bomb. That's not what I expected you to use, but hopefully... Nope. Okay. That's unfortunate. Okay, then. Well, in that case, I'm gonna switch over the Buzz Feint. And I am just going to attack out the wazoo. There it is. That's what I was hoping for. Just get those buffs. It does Thunderbolt. Of course it does Thunderbolt. It's like sometimes they know what you're gonna swap to and they just do the move. I just got a buff, so I'm surviving that attack, and I get paralyzed. That's fine. How does this happen? It's like, okay, well, we know you did that, so, okay. There's the full restore, so I'm gonna just use U-turn. I was planning to do it anyway, but I forgot about the full restore. Also, why didn't you use that earlier? A little weird. Okay, then. Turbo! Let's get a nice little bit of an overheat off. That should do a decent chunk of damage. There we go. Okay, Toxicroak. Yes, I'm gonna swap because I just lost a ton of special attacks, so I'm going to go for... yeah, I'll do Misfortune. Okay, you can be annoying if you get set up, because Toxicroak has Cross Chop, Poison Jab, Attract, and Substitute. There's the substitute. That's what I did not want it to set up. So I'm just gonna hit it and get rid of that stupid substitute. And in the meantime, just continue to hit you until you just go down. There we go. Okay, next is Drapion. I am sticking with what I got. You are Cross Poison, Confuse Ray, Crunch, and Sword Stance. You have, let's see. I'm going to do a Dragon Rush. I'm just gonna whittle you down as much as possible. I feel like you will be a nuisance if I don't. Okay, that's a Swords Dance. And are we getting a full restore territory? Or are we just gonna let this one happen? Okay. Of course. Can we? Nope, we cannot. Game never gives me anything anymore. Okay. Okay. I spoke too soon, apparently. Okay, Ariados. What can I swap to? I mean, Turbo should be able to handle this. Okay. Ariados has Toxic, Bounce, Swagger, and Nightshade. It definitely has some swagger because it just bounced back and forth. I'm glad I get to go first. Because now I get to hit you. Let's hope this is enough. It is not. But it did Swagger. Which raises my attack, and now I am confused. I mean, that's annoying because now you just full restore. but hopefully I get to go. Nope, I heard myself in my confusion. We're just gonna keep hoping, because honestly, I feel like I will snap out of it sooner rather than later. And now I'm badly poisoned. But the good news is, I get to hit you. There we go. And now we have one more. Venomoth. No, I think I'm fine. You've got a great battle technique. We have Sleep Powder, Double Team, Bug Buzz, and Psychic, as well as a Citrus Berry. So I'm just gonna see if I can outlast it with a Overheat. Or not very effective attack that did a lot of damage. And I snapped out of confusion, I'm okay. All right, let's see if this does it. That's what I like to see. That's fine, we're at the end of the battle. And there we go, level 58 it is. So strong. I lost today, but I'll win next time. Alrighty, Sabrina, it's your turn. I knew you'd come, I had a feeling. Did you not watch me fight everybody else? Well, we promised each other, so it's no surprise. I gathered up every gym leader in the regions. Well, you may be right. I mean, did you not see anything that just happened? Either way, let's see what you start off with. You are starting off with Alakazam. So Gravity, Focus Blast, Energy Ball, and Psychic is what you have. So I'm assuming you're going to be using Psychic. So I actually meant to do the other thing, but that's fine. I tapped on the wrong part of the screen. That's gonna hurt. That's going to hurt. Oh, can you stop? Thank you. Okay, well, this is not gonna do as much damage as I would like, but I am gonna go faster no matter what next turn. So yeah, there's that. So the good news is I could just do Silver Wind like I wanted to. There we go. Now go down, please. Okay. I get a speed boost, but unfortunately I'm not getting anything else. Jinx. I'm not swapping because I know I'm gonna go down immediately, but I could just U-turn. So, Jinx has Blizzard, Parasong, Psychic, and Focus Blast. So I am getting out of dodge. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. All right, so, Turbo then. No, that's not exactly what I wanted to happen, but yeah, there we go. I was just gonna heal and then swap back over, but that works. So Gallade has Close Combat, Psycho Cut, Night Slash, and Stone Edge, as well as holding a Citrus Berry, so that's annoying. But I'm gonna pull a Gym Leader really quick and heal up Buzz Faint. In the meantime, I'm gonna see if I can whittle this down with Turbo. Maybe put you to sleep depending on how much damage you do to me. Okay, Close Combat. Well, I guess I'll find out how much damage you do to me. Okay, you do nearly all my health, but your defense fell, so that's... Ooh, and your special defense fell. Can I get an overheat then? Nope. That was worth a shot. Well, if I go first, I might do a decent chunk of damage, but I'm gonna swap over to... Yeah, I'm gonna do Misfortune. Because you are part fighting, which kinda messes me up a little bit. So I don't want to risk anything. There we go. That works. Okay, Espeon. Yes, now I'm gonna swap out. I'm gonna go back to Buzz Faint. Okay, so this Espeon has Calm Mind, Baton Pass, Shadow Ball, and Psychic. So if it goes first, it's using Psychic. Ours doing Calm Mind. that could be a problem. Unless I go first in the next turn, just hit you again anyway. We'll find out how this goes. Well, I got a speed boost, but nothing else, so I'll just do another Silver Wind. I'll go first. I'm not liking it. There's the Psychic I was expecting. You are higher level, so this Psychic's gonna probably do as much damage as the Alakazam. Oh my god, stop. Okay, I hate when that happens. Okay, I guess Excelente will go and do this. All right, well, I could punch you in the face, but I'm gonna just do Exosensory. I mean, you're using Psychic moves against me, so I'll just do Psychic moves against you. Why did that do so much less? Sometimes I don't get that. It's like, why did that do so much less? The other one wasn't even a crit. Okay, that barely did anything. All right, well, I'm gonna fly then. Or you can do that too. Okay. Mr. Mime it is. Reflect, Skill Swap, Thunder, and Psychic. I did not expect you to do anything that you just did, but that's fine. I'm gonna hit you in the face. Well, I did a decent portion of your health. Wish I could have done more, though. Jeez, this hurts. Okay. I could have gone a little bit better. All right, then. Well, I'll use Jupiter. I'll just go for a Thunderbolt. Or you can do that. It's good, though, that I'm using Thunderbolt and not something that, like, is defense, so... Yep, there we go. Bring back out that Espeon, please. Thank you. I'm gonna keep battling for now, since I know you're like down to a peg, and I know you're just gonna use a Force Store. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna do my healing stuff while I'm at it. You're just going to heal. So let me fix this problem. Called it. Called it. And since I'm not made of money, I'm not using a Full Restore, I'm using a Hyper Potion. There we go. There we go, that should top everything off. So you're just doing that again. And then in the meantime, I'm just gonna shock you and do some decent chunk of damage. Okay, let's not do this. Now it's gonna take me forever to beat you. Just do as much as I can in the meantime then. Okay, that was like about a third. And that is about a half, 2/3, okay. Well, I'm gonna hit you again at least. All right, let's get some health back. That was a lot less than I thought it was gonna be. Oh well. Shadow Ball. Okay, that was a crit, so I had no chance. That sucks. Okay then. Well, Toofly could be able to handle a little bit of this. I'm just gonna get a nice, decent, clean hit in there. Or that could happen too. Just destroy me with Psychic. There we go. Wobbuffet. Yes, I will swap actually. We're gonna go over to Buzzfeint. We have Counter, Mirror Coat, Destiny Bond, and Encore. What will happen after this? I already know. Do you now? There we go. Good job, Buzzfeint. And now you get the stat buff, of course. Of course. Of course. You could have had that so much earlier and swept the gym yourself. I get it. I know. You'll give me a call again sometime. I mean, honestly, you're probably the best one for me to train Buzzfane with. And now it's time for Blaine. You keep your word. That's a good thing, kiddo. All right, Blaine, what do you have for me? A Torkoal. This Torkoal has Sunny Day, Yawn, Body Slam, and Overheat. So we kind of dealt with this for the most part already, so I'm just going to use a Waterfall and hopefully just get rid of it in one go. Not quite. All right, I guess I'm going to bed. That's fine. That at least gives me enough time to just use another Waterfall. I have to use a full restore, which means I'll get to hit you again. So at least we're wasting that right away. There we go. And now I'm going to bed. Okay, so I need to wake up. So let's do that really quick. There we go, wakey wakey. Body Slam. I feel like that's gonna do a decent chunk of damage. Okay, not a lot. Not bad, not bad. I just need to end this Waterfall. There we go, that's one down. And now it's time for Camera. So we have Earthquake, Eruption, Solar Beam, and Sunny Day. So I'm just gonna do another Waterfall and see if I can just take it out. There we go. Magmortar. Magmortar kind of has an issue for me. Thunderbolt, Low Kick, Flamethrower, and Confuse Ray. So I can get away with that by using a Hydro Cannon instead, or I could use Confuse Ray on me. Sometimes I wonder what, like, they let have Confuse Ray, because I feel like you should not have been able to learn that. Of course. Of course. All right, well, I guess I'm just gonna do a Waterfall then. Even though you're gonna get the Thunderbolt going. Great. Great. There goes a lot of my health. Almost all of it. Now I'm confused and I'm gonna hurt myself in my own confusion. Okay, never mind, I got a Waterfall. Okay. All right, it was good enough. All right, Toofly got that level up. Level 62. Rapidash, I am gonna stick with this and I'm gonna full restore. Let's pull a gym leader. There we go, and full restore. So this Rapidash has Mega Horn, Quick Attack, Overheat, and Flare Blitz. So I don't really expect it to do too much damage to me, unless it hits me a crit or something like they tend to do. Flare Blitz. All right, well, that's not awful. And it's hit with recoil, which basically means I could do Waterfall. Cool. I could do Waterfall and do a little bit less damage than I need to because it has... Okay, let me rephrase that. I need to do less damage since it did recoil on itself. There we go. There we go. Macargo. All right, I know how this one goes already. Yeah, I have Curse, Gyro Ball, Overheat, and Stone Edge. So I should be able to get by with another Waterfall. And that does it. Another one down. And Houndoom. I am staying with this. I'll show you the spirit of my cave gym. This is not the cave gym anymore, but okay. We have Dark Pulse, Flamethrower, Sucker Punch, as well as Shadow Ball, which I don't know if any one of those are gonna be too useful against you if I just do Waterfall. But we'll find out. Let's see, can you tank this? You cannot. All right. That was a sweep. My spirit has not been defeated. You gave me so little money, dude. Wow. If I had known this dojo was going to be available, I wouldn't have needed to rebuild my gym. Wait, I still did, didn't I? And for the last, but definitely not least, because you have the highest level Pokemon out of everybody here. Good, thanks for coming to lose to me. I mean, I did fight the other 15 gym leaders, so you can't really call me a scrub anymore. But, like I said, you have the highest levels, so that could be a problem. Hello, Executor. You have Leaf Storm, Psychic Explosion, and Trick Room. You are 9 levels higher than me. Thank you. That helps. Hopefully this does enough. Please do enough. Please do enough. Please do enough. Okay, that's a great start. I may lose out on special attack, but I'm swapping like immediately anyway, so I don't really care that much. All right. Rhyperior. Yes, I am going to swap. I'm going to swap over the Toofly for this. I think Toofly will be able to handle it. So, Rhyperior has Mega Horn, Stone Edge, Thunderfang, as well as Earthquake. So, I'm going to use a Hydro Cannon. Just aim for that giant open mouth and just do as much damage as you can. That's going really slowly. I don't like that. Come on. Yes. Okay. Arcanine. I could actually stay with what I got, but I'm swapping because I had to recharge. So I'm going to do Misfortune, and I'm probably just going to use Surf a bunch of times. So Arcanine has Flare Blitz, Extreme Speed, Thunderfang, and Crunch. At Thunderfang, I am worried about, but you're doing Flare Blitz. Okay. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. There we go. This is a decent chunk of damage. And you hit yourself with Recoil, so I'm just going to do Surf. See how much damage this does. Okay, that's not quite enough, but at least it's not full restore territory. Thank you for using Flare Blitz again. All right. There we go, more recoil, and this ought to do it. Okay, Tyranitar. I'm gonna stick with what I got for the moment. You have Low Kick, Fire Fang, Rock Slide, and Earthquake, as well as that nonsense. So I'm gonna see if I can just do as much damage as possible. Surf would do a lot, but I think Dragon Rush might be a little bit better. Just because you have a lot of health, and I just want to do as much damage as possible before you take me out like one hit. Like that. Like that. Okay. So I might want to whittle you down a little bit. And I might, keyword is might, be able to outspeed you. So let's do a Silver Wind. Good, I do outspeed you, nice. Be amazing if that like blew away the sandstorm or something. That's a Rock Slide. Ow. Tank it. You can tank it, you can tank it, you can tank it. Okay, you were not able to tank it. Okay, that's unfortunate. That's another one down. I need to find something I could hit you with. Now make it so I get rid of you. Not doing too much damage. I could put you to sleep, but you're probably just gonna take me out in one blow. Jupiter might work, but I think I might want to just risk the Toofly play. Because if you use full restore, I kind of just wasted all my efforts. So, Hydro Cannon? Come on, do enough. Yes! Okay. That was a little scary. Level 63. Superpower. What does that even do? Superpower. User attacks a foe with great power. However, it also lowers the user's attack and defense. I mean, this is a nice move. I don't really see what I would want to get rid of, though. I mean, do I need Crunch that much? I mean, I don't really use Crunch that often. You know what? You know what? Sure, why not? I'll just use it. I'll give it a shot. He does give me a fighting move. That's better than Drain Punch. All right, what's next? Machamp. I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go. So Excelente might be able to handle this one. So Machamp has Dynamic Punch, Stone Edge, Fling, and Attract, as well as an Iron Ball, which means it's definitely going to go last because I think that makes it so you just go slow. But if I did Extra Sensory, I'll make you just kind of think too hard and then you go down, maybe? Not as strong as a Psychic, but it's make you flinch. All right. I'm okay with this. I'll just make you get buffeted by your own Sandstorm as well, and I'll think a little bit harder on you. There we go. Bring you down, just not to red just yet. Another flinch, awesome. Get hit down just enough to make it so I can just take you out. Okay, that might not be enough, but we'll find out. It's still below the red, which is good, but if I could take you out before the full restore nonsense. Okay, awesome. Okay then. And your last one is Pidgeot. Yes, actually, I'm gonna swap over to Jupiter for this. You're unprepared for this. We'll knock you down. Are you sure about that? I'm going to use Thunderbolt. So, you have Return, Double Team, Air Slash, and Steel Wing, as well as a Citrus Berry. So if I don't take you out, you're using the Citrus Berry. But you're using Double Team, so that's kind of a good play for you. Kinda. I just got to hit, of course. Of course I don't hit. Of course I don't hit, but at least we both get hit by this. Which means it kind of whittles you down a teeny bit while I kind of wait until I can hit you. So honestly, if you just keep doing that until you just whittle yourself down to nothing, that'd be great. But you're probably just going full restore out of it. Either way. Thunderbolt. That's going really slow. And there's a Citrus Berry. Brings you back to yellow. What does the Sandstorm bring you to red? If it brings you to red, you're using full restore. If not, I pretty much have this. That's a full restore territory. That could be a problem. Let's see how it goes. Perhaps I'm the one who was unprepared. Yep. There's the full restore, which basically means one thing. I now have a free hit against you at least, so that's good. Or I can miss. Or I can just miss flat out and not get the free hit. Awesome. All right, well, that's something. We're just gonna keep trying. All we can do is just keep trying until you keep doing that. Waste my time. And then we'll get this final few hits in. There we go. Whittle that bar down yet again. That's a crit. That's a crit. That's a crit. There we go. That's a good one. That's a good one. And there we go. Just as I expected. No wonder you become the champion. My scare tactic doesn't scare you at all. All right. And we cleared out this room. It took a very, very long time. How do you feel about that, Turbo? Surprised by the creaking of the floor. Yeah, it is very, very creaky in here. Maybe that's why I won. Either way, that was all the gym leader rematches. We took all of them out. Little struggles here and there, but we got a lot of level ups out of it. we're still not done grinding just yet. We still have all the Elite Four to deal with and their rematches, which is really, really hard because they're a lot higher level. So, thank you for watching this bonus episode. I am going to do the Elite Four rematches soon. See you all in the next one.